This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer n as input, and after that we are given n city names and the total population of men and women in each line. So here n is equal to 5. So we are given 5 different city names and the population of men and women in each city. So now our task is to sort these cities based upon the total population of the city. So first let us calculate the total population for each and every city. So for the first city, the total population is 4000 plus 3500, which is 7500. And for the second city, the total population is 5000 plus 3300, which is 8300. And similarly, we have to calculate the total population for all the remaining 3 cities. So now we have calculated the total population of each and every cities, and we have the values here. So now our task is to sort these cities based upon the total population. So the city which has the highest total population should be printed first. So here the maximum value is 8300. So this city should be printed first. So in the first line of our output we can see that we are printing the city H Tech city because it has the maximum number of population. And then the second largest value is 7500. But here there are 3 cities which has 7500 as population. So KRR city, and then MG city and ABB city. So these 3 cities has 7500 as population. So as per the condition given in the question, whenever 2 or more cities has the same number of total population, next we have to check for the population of men. So in the first KRR city, the men's population is 4000, and in the MG city, the men's population is only 3500, and in the ABB city, the men's population is 4000. So 4000, 3500 and 4000. So the maximum value is 4000. So we will be ignoring the city MG city because it has the least men's count. So now we will compare only the KRR city and ABB city. So these two cities has same number of total population as well as same number of men's in their cities. So both has 4000 men's. So in these cases, next we have to sort the cities based upon the city name. So the city name is KRR city, and here the city name is ABB city. So when we sort these two as a string values, A comes before K. So we have to print the city ABB city first, and only after that we have to print the KRR city. So in our output also we can see that first we are printing ABB city, and after that we are printing KRR city, and only after that we are printing the MG city. So this is how we will be sorting the city names when 2 or more cities has the same total population. And after this we have still one more city, so which has 5000 population. So we are printing this city in the last. So we are printing YSK city in the end. So this is how we have to sort the given input city names. So now let us see how we will be defining the class named city. So this is the code which is already given to us. So in the hello class, first we are creating a object for the scanner class, and then using it we are accepting the integer n as input, and then we are creating a list named city in which we will be storing the objects of the city class, and then we are creating a loop that iterates for n number of times, and in every iteration we will accept a complete line of string as an input, and after accepting the complete line space separated string as input, we are going to split that string based upon the space, and then we are creating a object for the city class by passing the city name and then the men's population and women's population to this city, and we are storing that object into the list. So we are setting cities.add new city, and within the arguments we are passing these 3 values, and after accepting the n city values we are sorting them using the sort method. So collections.sort cities, and after that we are iterating through each and every object in the list, and we are printing that object. So now our task is to define the class named city, and we have to write all the required methods in order to make this code run successfully. So we have to override the toString method, because here we are directly printing the objects, which is not possible. So in order to print the values, we have to override the toString method, and we have to perform sorting as per the conditions given. So we have to implement the comparable interface, and we have to override the compare2 method, and also we have to define the constructor. So now let us start implementing the class named city. So the syntax for creating a class is class and then the class name. So here I am setting class city, and here, as we already discussed, we have to implement the comparable interface. So using the implements keyword, we are implementing this comparable, and within the angular brackets we have to give the class name. So I am giving the class name, which is city. And now every instance of this class will have 4 different variables. So the city name, men's population, women's population, and the total population. So in order to store these things, I am creating a string named city, in which we will be storing the city name, and then 3 integer variables. So men's, in which we will be storing the men's population, and in women's we will be storing the women's population, and in total population we will be storing the sum of men and women population. And then we are defining the constructor. So the constructor is nothing but a method with the same name of the class name. So in the arguments we were given the name, men's population and women's population. So I am accepting those things in the arguments, and I am initializing the values. So I am setting this dot city is equal to city, and then this dot men's is equal to men's, and this dot women's is equal to women's. And now we should also set the total population. So the total population is nothing but men's population plus women's population. So using the this keyword, we have to assign it to the total population. So this is how we will be defining our constructor city. And now we have to override 2 different methods, compare2 in order to perform the sorting operations as given in the question, as well as the toString method. So first let us see how we will be overriding the compare2 method. So in the arguments of the compare2 method, we will accept a object of the city class, and I am naming it as C1. So now this class itself will have an instance with this. So we have to compare C1 with this. So both the objects will have 4 different parameters: name, men's population, women's population, and total population. So using the conditions given in the question, we have to compare both these objects. So the first parameter based on which we should sort is the total population. So we are checking whether both the objects has the same total population or not. If they don't have the same total population, then we have to sort based upon the total population in descending order. So we are returning C1 dot total population minus this dot total population. But if both the objects has the same total population, we have to sort based upon the men's population. So whenever the total population is same, we will enter into this if condition, and we will check whether the men's population is same or not. So here I am checking whether the C1 dot men's is equal to this dot men's. So if this value is not equal, then we have to sort based upon the men's population. So in the return statement, I am returning C1 dot men's minus this dot men's. So we will sort in descending order based upon the men's population. But if both the total population and the men's population is same, then we have to sort the cities based upon the city names. So here, if C1.men's is equal to this dot men's, next we have to return the value returned by the compare2 method. So till now we were sorting in descending order. So either by total population or by the men's population, we were sorting in descending order. But when both are equal, when the total population is also equal and the men's population is also equal, we will be sorting based upon the city name. But that city name should be sorted in ascending order. So here we have to write the return statement in order to sort the records based upon the city names in ascending order. So this is how we should define this compare2 method in order to sort the given records based upon the conditions given in the questions. So after this method, we have to override another method named toString method, because in the hello class we were directly printing an object. So whenever we are going to directly print an object, the compiler will call the toString method and compare the object into a string, and we will get some hexadecimal values. So that is why we are going to override this toString method, so that here we can define how we need our output to be printed. So while overriding this toString method, here we have to return the name, men's population and women's population separated by a space. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.